Pickleball, pickleball, pickleball. It's the nicest, safest, and most innocent of sports out there, right? Wrong. In this video, you'll find out how the elite have sunk their fangs into the sport, leading to unexpected side effects. How is pickleball connected to the company that owns TikTok? And why are tennis courts being bulldozed? Pickleball, that game that's probably flooded your social media feed, has more layers to it than most realize. Everybody from your friends to your grandparents is getting in on it, and if you're into tennis, there's a good chance you're not a fan, seeing it almost like an intruder. But beyond the casual play, there's something wild unfolding. The origins were humble. Let me set the scene. It's a sunny Saturday during the summer, and Joel Pritchard, a congressman from Washington State, and his buddy Bill Bell, a sharp businessman, just got back from a round of golf. They hit Pritchard's place on Bainbridge Island near Seattle and find their families just lounging, bored with nothing to do but ponder the meaning of the universe and perhaps even Donald Trump's haircut. Now, they had this old badminton court on the property, but when they tried to set up a game, they couldn't find a full set of rackets. Instead of calling it quits, they grabbed some ping pong paddles and a perforated plastic ball and started smacking it back and forth over the net. Initially, they had the net set up high, like for badminton, at 60 inches. Not that size matters. But as they played, they noticed the ball bounced pretty well on the asphalt, so they thought, why not make this easier? And dropped the net to 36 inches. The game was such a hit that the following weekend, Pritchard invited another one of his buddies, Barney McCallum, to try it out. The trio had such a blast that they decided it needed to be more than just a one-time thing. They started hashing out some official rules, taking a lot of cues from badminton, because that's what they had intended to play originally. They weren't trying to create some competitive sport for the elite. They wanted a game that anyone, literally anyone in the family, could jump into and have fun with. And just like that, pickleball was born, out of a need to kill boredom and bring people together, starting right in their backyard. Over the years, it stayed under the radar, nurtured by the United States Amateur Pickleball Association. But then 2018 hit, and things took a turn. The USAPA shook hands with some big names like Desert Champions LLC and Larry Ellison. Yes, the Oracle tech titan, who's deep into other big dealings like TikTok and Twitter. Weird, right? From there, it wasn't just a backyard sport anymore. No, sir. Marketing pushed the player base up by about 20% each year, exploding in 2022 with a 30% jump. Suddenly, tennis courts take up a lot of space. So the idea was, why not shrink that footprint? Makes sense for community recreation spaces, right? This shift brought some heat. Tennis clubs, zoning rights, and public parks became battlegrounds. During the virus, this was all amplified as the media hyped up pickleball as the sport to watch. As the game blew up, so did the tension. Then the billionaires with their big ideas entered the scene. They started flipping old malls into pickleball courts. And Larry Ellison, he started adding a tech spin to the venues, making them high-end and controversial in local communities. Then there's Steve Kern, the so-called pickleball king. The dude made his cash in the subprime mortgage game and even had a stint in China before jumping into pickleball big time with ventures like Picklemall and Major League Pickleball. Raises an eyebrow, right? The plot thickens with the Professional Pickleball Association teaming up with FanDuel for legit gambling on the sport. And Carvana, backed by some pretty shady money, is sponsoring the PPA Tour. Thomas Dundon, known for his NHL interests and subprime past, now owns the PPA. All this corporate maneuvering around pickleball raises some serious questions. Is this really about community and recreation, or just another play in the big business game, repurposing old spots for new profits? With all these developments, some of us are left wondering if this is the kind of change we want in our communities. Pull my finger to find out. All jokes aside, what are your thoughts? Comment below. The game's rise has been literally explosive, backed by big names like Mark Cuban and LeBron James. In the blink of an eye, it went from a niche hobby to a national obsession. We're talking a player base jumping from a few million in 2020 plus today. While tennis also saw growth, it's like the size of an ant's booger compared to the pickleball boom. USA Pickleball's latest stats are something else. They're adding about 130, becoming fodder for local news, and even making waves in the New York Times. You might want to give props to pickleball's promoters for their community building claims. And I get that, but let's keep it 100. There's something off about the way the sport is being pushed into the business arena. It's like watching a rerun where you already know the ending is. Approximately how many pickleball courts are they adding to the US every month? Was it A, 12, B, 69, C, 420, D, 130? The correct answer will be revealed at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Now back to it. This whole scenario reeks of those venture capital moves we've seen too often. It's got all the hallmarks: downsizing hype, causing data snooping, and a blatant disregard for public welfare. And under the flashy family-friendly facade, what do we have? A makeover for commercial real estate and betting shops. It's slick, a little too slick. It's time for a serious wake-up call. Let's look at tennis. a sport with deep roots, centuries of tradition, and a place in the Olympics. Tennis has had its scandals, sure, but nothing like this. While pickleball is fun, it's also pulling us away from a crucial part of our culture. Also, some dubious billionaires can pad their wallets even more. It's like so many innovations today. Less genuine improvement and more encroaching on something authentic, something grounded for profit. So, should we just accept this disruption of our recreational traditions? Maybe we need to think twice. They're a part of the fabric of our community culture after all. I think trading that in for a quick buck is a very bad idea. There are also some other real issues stacking up, from the toll it takes on players' bodies to the environmental impact that's flying under the radar, like the injury risk. You might hear folks saying pickleball is chill, low impact, and just straight up good vibes. But here's the real truth. This game can mess you up if you're not careful. We're seeing players, probably even some you know, brushing off the early warnings. Maybe a twinge here or a tweak there, and pushing through the pain. Bad move. This isn't simply a case of sore muscles. Strained ligaments and even torn muscles are making an entrance that can land you in a world of hurt, sidelining you for months or worse for those that don't get the right help fast enough. And or crafting paddles from sustainable wood or random recycled stuff. But let's be real, it's a drop in the bucket. The environmental game plan for pickleball needs a serious overhaul if we're going to avoid trashing our planet just for the sake of a trendy sport that might be slowly killing us. Okay, maybe that was a bit dramatic, but you get my point. So there you have it. Pickleball is not the innocent little game you thought it was. It's a reflection of bigger moves happening behind the scenes. As much as it's about fun and games, there's a lot more playing out that could reshape how we think about sport. Around the answer to today's quiz question of approximately how many pickleball courts are they adding in the US every month is D, 130. USA Pickleball's latest stats are something else. They're adding about 130 new locations every month. But here's the catch. This often means bulldozing tennis courts to make way.